to episode number
31.
Actually, though?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I know these things.
Yeah.
I know these
I
things.
trust you. I trust you.
I've
I've never not trusted you.
That's true.
Ever.
I mean, that's a lie, so how can we trust him?
Oh, man. So anyway, welcome to episode 31. I'm Fabio.
I'm Sam.
I'm Tommy. And this is the Is for Fun podcast. I so don't have it memorized, dude. It's been 3 months, 2 months, 2.5 months since we filmed.
About 2 months. Yeah.
Yeah, we're pumping out our backlog right now, which is fine. A lot of shit has happened.
I don't think he thinks it's fine.
I think we should just skip the part that Sam was in and out of the hospital and all the other crazy shit that happened. I'm so tired, dude. I can't improv fucking anything. And you guys are just looking at me going,
Yeah.
he can't improv fucking anything.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
So let's just move on from this garbage. This fucking garbage-ass garbage. Anyone have topics? Because
We can talk about fandom if you guys want.
no, we're not talking about your comic book garbage trash.
You loved it. You thought Cheetah
no, it
was
was
so
fun.
cool looking?
Cheetah was so cool looking, dude. That was the only cool thing of the whole thing.
We're not going to talk about it. Oh, yeah, Cheetah, man.
Well, he wrote me in. Talking about Cheetah.
Kristen Wiig.
I don't even like Cheetah. I just wanted to see what the CGI monster was going to look like.
Is she going to be a monster?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, awesome.
I mean, it looks like she's covered in fur and
Oh, yeah.
is jumping around being
Imagine
superhuman.
a real cheetah, like a normal one, like you know how cheetahs are supposed to look like. Give it titties. That's what cheetah looks like.
Nice.
Anyways.
Kristen Wiig, though. Interesting cast.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I'm not feeling it right now, but I've been wrong before. I just need to see a trailer. I need to see something. It might change my mind. I don't know. I'm not feeling it at the moment.
Wow. I mean, the movie was supposed to be out. It's
Yeah, the
fucking-
movie's supposed to...
What's it, August? Middle August now?
When is it
And
coming
it was
out?
supposed to come out early June, I think. Wonder Woman 2? 84? Wonder Woman 84? Very confusing title, by the way.
I want to know what happened to the other 82 Wonder Woman movies.
That's what I'm saying.
Were they like direct-to-home video? I don't know. No, but like, yeah, when is it?
Gal Gadot, actually. It is not Gal Gadot. You actually have to say the T. So Gal Gadot did 82 straight-to-DVD Wonder Woman movies, yes.
Good for her.
Confirmed.
Good
What was
for
it?
her.
Was the first one was in World War One, and they actually took place every like 2 years, and now it's like 1980. Do the math on that one. Just kidding.
Oh man, that was so wrong, dude. That was so. It'd be like every 6 months.
Well, I told you to do the math, dude.
Yeah, that's what he did say. He did.
When's that movie gonna come out now? I don't actually know. I keep mixing up the
August?
release dates because
Oh,
it's like,
we're
Shit,
in
it is
August.
August. No, dude, I am real tired. This is gonna be rough.
well, dude, because like it sucks because I knew before all this bullshit
Woo!
virus thing happened. I knew kind of like the major beats of like when the movies were gonna come out, and now everything's been delayed. But they keep delaying things too little, and then it gets to the point where they were supposed to come out after like the first delay, and it's like, oh, we got to delay them again. But then also other places are like, oh, the movie's done. Let's delay it by like it's coming out in 2.5 centuries. It's like
Oh yeah,
it's
what,
super
Fast and Furious
inconsistent.
9,
Like
they
yeah,
delayed a
Fast
whole
and Furious
year.
9, it's almost done.
They're like, probably not gonna come out this year. Let's just delay it.
I'm still so sad about that, man.
Well, what sucks right now is
Listen to my woes.
Wasn't Batman supposed to come out this year too? Or is that that's not a thing?
I
is it?
doubt
I'm
it.
wrong, huh?
Maybe if they pumped it out, but they're not doing. They only filmed half of it. Probably not, depending on how
Probably
much
not.
CGI they had to do post production stuff. But they're starting to release movies not in America though.
Yeah.
They're releasing Nolan's new movie, Tenet. That's coming out. Does that come out now?
I think it came
Very
out
soon?
I think it came out across seas.
Yeah. And so you could see
Somewhere.
it. People were like, that's going to be the most spoiled movie of all time to everyone in the United States. And there's like issues of people torrenting it. Like, I mean, not issues, but people are just going to torrent movies now at a higher frequency.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's pretty expected. Is it weird that I just kind of don't care about Tenet? Like, I'm gonna see it.
I'm super excited.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna see it, and it's probably gonna be great, because I have not seen anything that Christopher Nolan... Or everything I've seen by Christopher Nolan
okay,
has
you
been,
can
like,
just call
really,
him
really
Chris.
good. Chris, yeah, sorry.
Chris here.
Big friend
He's
of the
a friend.
podcast.
Long time little sausage.
He's gonna film the Is for Fun movie that eventually comes out.
Yeah.
Actually, that brings me to...
F.
So you did do Inception, right?
Yeah.
I keep forgetting.
Yeah,
I always just think it's directed by Leonardo DiCaprio because he's in the movie.
I want to ask you guys a question about that bit after this, but I'm sure it's gonna be great. I just don't give a shit, like, at all. I just don't care.
Looks cool.
No, it looks cool. That's the thing. I'm not hyped for it, and if it was out in theaters right now, I'd be like, yeah, I want to go see it, but I'm not like chomping at the bit to go watch it.
The thing that really like killed the goat for me was I was seeing it in theaters.
That's not a real phrase, is it? Killed the goat?
It really gets my goat.
Like Jurassic Park?
No, yeah,
Do you know what really murdered the straw on my camel's back?
So you know what I think about the movie?
Do you know what really judged my book by its cover?
Did you know what judged my dread? Go on.
Do you know what killed my bird with 2 stones? With a bush?
You know what really slaughtered my lamb was...
No, you're not involved. It's Sam and I are making fun of you right now.
I can make fun of you guys making fun of me. Ha! Insects. I was about to say.
Section.
What really killed the goat for me was in theaters.
See, you keep saying it. I'm not on board.
What? It's gonna stick. It's gonna stay. It's gonna be a thing. It's gonna be a thing. Watch.
That's gonna be our first t-shirt.
Kill the goat.
Fabio just stabbing a goat in the heart.
But the like teaser trailer to where it was just the text going. It was like flipping upside
it like
down.
flips
like
and
and it was coming at you.
It's what's the backwards but forward word?
Yeah, whatever the fuck that. Yeah,
Palindrome?
palindrome. Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah.
And I was seeing that, and I was like, no, I don't want to see that. fuck you.
It's like 2 on the nose for you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Well, yeah, I get what you're saying because it kind of feels like those like really corny ads in like the early 2000s. No, it's just corny action movie ads, period. And they're like, whoa, it's fucking awesome. Look at the text. And you're like, oh, but you're not. You're just like, this sucks.
Yeah,
I
that's
feel you.
I mean, it's Chris Nolan. Chris. So, yeah, it should be good, but not excited for it.
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm not the only one.
I'm down for a nice, like, I have to pay attention. It's going to mind fuck you a little bit movie.
Dunkirk bummed me the fuck out.
Well, it's because it's a war movie, dude.
No, yeah, I don't like war movies, and Dunkirk really like sealed it for me. I don't like war movies because, you know, we do shit like we play video games where you're just murdering people constantly. Like we play hours of GTA, we played hours of Halo, and like all that good shit. And you watch movies like Star Wars where it's like guys in white plastic armor getting like their heads blown off and shit. And it's like, oh, that's cool because that doesn't really happen. And then you watch shit like Dunkirk and yeah, it's Hollywoodized a little bit, but you're like, holy shit, that like actually mostly happened like that somewhere in the past. And you just like, for me, I just sit there and I'm just like, I feel gross.
Yeah.
Like, war movies just do that to me. I don't know why.
I don't like war movies either because, like, it's a bunch of, like, young men going into battle, dying. And then, like, I just imagine, like, their mom getting the letter that, like, your son had his legs blown off and died in battle.
Oh, dude.
Like, I'm always like, that's a real thing.
Yeah,
I don't want to think about that, but I do.
It's like it's too real.
Yeah.
It's too real for me.
Especially fucking Saving Private Ryan. Oh, fuck.
No, Saving Private Ryan is fucking brutal.
I
That is
still
a
have
grim...
not seen the second half of that movie. I've seen the intro scene with Normandy and I've seen a little bit after that. But as soon as Vin Diesel comes in, I'm out. Like, I just haven't. Not that I don't want to watch it. I do want to watch it. I just haven't, for some reason, seen that.
Interesting.
And I've been saying that for like 5 years now. I need to sit down and watch that movie.
I don't like war movies. I do like that movie. It's really good.
But speaking of war movies, 1917.
We gotta watch it.
I really want to watch it. I've not seen it yet. It's been out forever.
I'm fucking down.
Oh, you want to watch it tonight?
Why not, dude? Do we have anything else going on?
I mean, no, but
got a point.
Fucking
Those
heavy.
are facts.
Also, I've heard it's filmed kind of like it looks like one take.
That's what I've heard also.
I always really appreciate that.
And so it's pretty much just wall to wall like intensity for an hour and a half.
That's pretty intense.
2 hours, whatever.
No, you said
down.
you wanted to wake up. That'll wake you up. But
I mean, I had coffee, so I'm like stimulated. But you know, when you're stimulated, but your eyes also feel heavy.
Your heart is racing, but your brain is like, I'm not ready.
If I tried to sleep, I would close my eyes, and my eyes would be like, "Oh, thank the sweet Lord, my gourd, we're so excited to be closed." And then I would not sleep. I would just sit there awake, like, ugh.
That was me last night, dude. I don't know why. I was so tired, but I just like...
Sam, we're complaining about me right now. Thank you.
So here's the question that I have for you guys. When Chris, big friend of the podcast, inevitably films the billions grossing Is for Fun biopic.
Yeah.
Who are you guys? I already know the answer for you, but who is playing us?
Oh, easy.
In the movies?
The Rock is gonna play me because look at me. I mean, come on. I mean, he just had to put a wig on.
That's exactly
and grow a couple inches.
You should go bald.
Dude, that's exactly what The Rock sounds like. Dude, come on!
Stupid question. Next. You, Danny DeVito. You, Jack Black. He, The Rock.
It's actually just Jumanji 3.
Yeah, you pretty much just...
Fucking, nah, dude, Dewey's playing this guy.
Yeah.
Hey, I
Eric
had one
Sullivan?
person tell me I looked like Ryan Gosling one time. So I'm gonna
Wasn't it
ship
your
that.
ex?
No, it was just some random... It was when we were fucking going to our university, and I was just walking back tired from class. And this girl was riding a bike, and she was probably high. I don't know, but she's like, stops her bike, and she's like, "Whoa, you look exactly like Ryan Gosling." And I was like, "Thank you."
And she just immediately
And then
started
she just
sucking
biked
her dick.
away, and I was
You
just like...
should have asked her out. Like, right
I
then.
should have. I guess.
She probably
I
like...
was so taken aback, though.
Yeah.
I also got told I looked like one time in high school that I looked like the guy who plays Gilderoy Lockhart in fucking Harry Potter. He's the
Who the fuck D-lister fucking Ravenclaw house
you.
member is that
I'll
bitch?
show you.
No.
It's
I look like Gilgamesh Ravenhat. Go fuck yourself, dude. Nobody knows who you're talking about.
well, honestly, I like
Not
that
even the Harry Potter nerds know who you're talking
I'm
about.
glad
Nobody
you-
knows who you're talking about.
I'm glad you guys had that reaction because I was also like, I know it's Harry Potter, but I fucking do not remember this character at all. But he's one of the professors that comes in. It was like the Defense Against the Dark Arts, where they constantly replace professors every year, like every movie.
Yeah.
And he was like the one that was like a celebrity, and he comes in, and then they like catch him, and he's trying to bail, even though he's like, "I'll go fight the Dark Lord." Or fight
he's the
evil.
douchey one from number 2.
I don't know if he's douchey.
He's really
But
douchey.
I mean, that's what he looks like.
Yeah, that's the
Think
douchey
of
one.
my old hair in high school and early college when I had long hair and shit.
He looks
Nothing like me
in
in the
like
slightest. He's blonde.
he looks like the baby you and Donald Trump would have together.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Nah, that guy's not. That guy's also like way older now. He can play you.
Not Donald Trump. It looks like if me and Nathan Fillion had like a slightly ugly baby.
Oh, yeah, Nathan Fillion. That's fair. Yeah.
It looks like you and Nathan Fillion had a baby, and then the baby was punched in the face. Had a broken skull for the rest of its life.
Or Owen Wilson. I'd be down for that.
Yeah. Okay.
I want Owen Wilson to play you.
Thank you. Oh, sweet.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, you can do Owen Wilson.
Wow, it's me, Tommy. Ka-chow.
Sam, I want that guy. Was it Adrian Brody, the guy with the big nose in King Kong?
Yeah.
I want him to play you.
Nice.
Yeah.
Fabio, obviously,
The Rock! Boom! He'd have to work out a little more. But, you know.
That pussy needs to hit the gym a little more.
Oh, this is up to you, Rock! If you want to be me, you gotta be me. You gotta pick on some meat, some muscle, and stop being a little bitch. Bitch. Fuck you. Yeah, so The Rock. Please don't hurt me, Rock.
Have you ever gotten celebrity lookalikes?
Celebrity lookalikes.
Or like has anyone ever told you that you look like somebody?
It could be ridiculous.
It could be ridiculous.
It could be totally like.
I mean, but it had to have happened.
It could also be like totally off base, like you look
Yeah.
like Cuba Gooding Jr. or something.
Actually, now that you do say, I did get a Cuba Gooding Jr. I know it happened, but I honestly don't remember what the who the actor was. So I don't know.
Elijah Wood.
Honestly,
It would be like kind of why'd you cast that guy for you? That's how I'd feel about it.
I feel like he could go like real fucking method with it though, and just get like he'd be watching it was like, bro, is that it's Frodo right now?
Damn it! Now that I said it, it could work.
It's kind of doable.
It's kind of got that rounder face that you do.
What about Daniel Radcliffe, who's basically also just Elijah Wood?
Oh my god, I was thinking about Daniel Radcliffe the whole time. Not kidding. The same
Actually,
person.
that's the guy you got compared to, or
no. That's who.
when Elijah Wood. Oh, yeah.
Elijah Wood.
Actually, I think Daniel Radcliffe could play Sam, but he's got a better nose.
He does.
You need a prosthetic, like a big prosthetic.
Daniel Radcliffe's also like way shorter than I am.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it
They're
does.
sitting on a table.
Oh yeah, Tommy.
The movie is just gonna be a podcast of them doing a podcast of them being us.
Also, like platform shoes. I mean,
Nobody's actually as tall as
Elijah
that.
Wood wasn't actually Hobbit sized in the Lord of the Rings, right?
No, dude, it was all perspective shots. They
had to make him look taller.
They had Ian. Dude, it's actually crazy if you look at the behind the scenes in that movie because Ian McKellen's standing like 3 feet away from the camera and Elijah Wood is like 25 feet back.
Oh shit!
Is
And they're
it
like,
actually just
yeah,
and
dude.
that's like them talking.
dude, that's
like,
how they
together
film. That's
and
how they
stuff?
film like all the Hobbit shots. Except when they're like riding on a horse with a normal sized dude, then they get like a body double who's like small. But yeah, dude, if it's just like a Hobbit and a tall person like having a conversation, they're like way split from each other. It's a lot of like
I'd love to
manipulated
see.
perspective.
Actually,
It's really cool. It's really cool.
something that I learned, I really like watching. I really like behind the scenes stuff in movies.
Because you were watching.
I thought it
Aquaman.
was
Fandom, right?
Yeah. Sam and I were watching Fandom. Fucking circled back to here.
It wasn't supposed to. Little sausages. I'm sorry, people. It wasn't supposed to come here.
Guys, it was though because I need to talk about entitlement culture.
No, because you're just gonna get
He's
mad.
gonna get blue
I'm gonna get
balls.
mad.
Sam liked one of the video games, and he found out all the fans of the video games also don't like it, and so he's butthurt about
I
it.
also don't like it. I do like it.
All don't like it. Excuse me. Anywho, behind the scenes of
it
Aquaman
makes
was
me sad,
actually
man.
really cool. So they just went to like these big like auditorium rooms and stuff, and everything was covered in just like blue green screen backdrops.
Is that called blue screen?
I think so. Or blue.
I don't know. Do you call it just green
Is
screen
one
as
of
like a
them-
general term?
Is one of them better than the other?
No. It actually doesn't matter what color you use. It just needs to be a flat surface. But the computer could be like, hey, that color is supposed to be invisible.
Okay.
But like light blue and light green, I think, are typically used because
I
nothing.
think it's easier to see, like while you're editing or whatever.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, okay. That makes sense.
There's a reason. There's a reason. But anywho, it was really cool because everyone's supposed to be like underwater, like talking and stuff. So they would strap and harness people up on like a pole with like a tripod, and then the tripod had like kind of like a ball, so the pole can like pivot and stuff. And they would put a wheel on the other end, and they would have a guy in a green screen suit holding the wheel, and they could like kind of move the guy's subtlety to get the guy to look like he's like kind of floating and stuff.
That's pretty cool.
And so they would do that, and for like any of the talking scenes. So like some of the behind the scenes shot, you see these actors and they're like in these like cool body armor suits, and then everybody else is like in green or blue screen like suits, moving everybody around and stuff. It was really cool.
That reminds me, I do like looking at behind the scenes also, and there was Christopher Nolan talking about him. There was some for the Dark Knight trilogy, and one of it was for the scene where Joker's in the big rig and Batman is like going under the tunnel or whatever, and they actually made like a miniature set.
Really?
So like it's all practical, like it's all real.
Like the Batmobile,
Like,
like
yeah,
it's during that like that chase scene, in the tunnels.
Yeah,
That's like a miniature.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
a
it
miniature.
is.
It's
Fuck, that's pretty
it's
sweet.
real. Like it's actually.
Oh, that's
happening.
awesome.
They do that actually a
It's
lot
not a
more in
CGI.
movies than you think.
Yeah.
They do it for a lot of car shots too. And it'll just be like a little toy car and just like bloop, put a little firework and stuff in it. But when you watch it like all zoomed in and they add like these big explosion effects, it looks really cool.
It's insane what we can do.
All the
Like
old
movies and,
Star
like-
Wars movies were also filmed with miniatures.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's
the
why it like kind of
spaceships.
holds up when you just see the spaceships like slowly. Well, even the little
It's real.
X-wing.
yeah.
So they just put laser effects on miniatures and like maybe little fireworks for when they get exploded on and stuff. But yeah, they went back and redid that for 7, 8, 9 too.
I don't know.
Yeah, they
Because I
use
think
a lot-
for the
use a lot of miniature shots.
prequels, 1, 2, 3, they did like more CGI stuff because it was bigger. But yeah, they definitely went back and did. I could be wrong there. That's
No,
just what I.
you're
assumed.
right. I know for the new trilogy. Is that what people are? He's got like the prequels and the sequels and all sorts of equals.
Well,
Squeakles.
it's
That's
Star
what we call
Wars
these ones.
prequels and then the sequels, I guess.
Oh yeah, because I guess Star Wars is just the doesn't matter. Oh god, why did I don't care. Yeah, they use a lot of miniature shots for those because they employed a lot of techniques used in the original Star Wars movies.
Yeah, but it's cool. It holds up. That's why I like Lord of the Rings so much because they use so much practical effects.
That's why it holds up so
and
well.
so the orcs actually look really, really good still because they're just guys in fucking costumes and makeup and shit. That shit holds up. Walking Dead too for makeup and stuff.
Apparently, the new Wonder Woman movie has a lot of like practical effects in it. Well, I mean, there's obviously like a shitload of CGI too
I would
because
hope
she's
so.
whipping lightning and like riding it through the sky. But
When did that happen? Gal Gadot did it.
who?
Gal Gadot.
Dot.
That sounds dumb.
Hard T. So there's this video game, right?
We're not talking about your stupid video games, man.
I'm just sad. I wish people wouldn't just tear things apart after getting such a little taste of it.
Yeah, well, but you're looking at the internet and people just flame shit for no reason or for the smallest reasons. I mean, people could genuinely be upset, but
Have you guys?
then you're in an echo chamber when you're looking at the one subreddit of a video game. So
I
the
looked at a
subreddit.
bunch of different spots. People are mad.
Well,
but
it's the same echo chambers. Copy.
You're right. So I don't want to talk about that directly, but I do want to kind of like steer that off on like a side topic. Have you guys ever like seen something face value, like a trailer or like read a description of something and been like, oh, that's
Is that seeing at face value? Isn't seeing at face value just seeing it?
yeah, you're right. That might not be the best way to look. Have you ever seen like a small like a teaser or like a sneak peek for something, very like cut down or like pre-final product version of something and been like, oh, that's doomed to fail. Like this is going to be the worst thing that's ever happened.
Yeah.
And then it comes out and real quick, side note, that's the best part about everyone complaining about this game is that they're all going to spend money and play it anyways. But yeah, and have your expectations just been like completely flipped?
Oh, like once you get it and you're like,
Like
oh,
once you
shit.
get it, or like if it's a movie, if you like watch it, or a TV show or something, just have you ever like, or a book? I don't know. Have you ever seen anything? Been like, oh, that's trash, but then like actually giving it a shot and been like, oh, this is like really good.
Yeah.
Wait, do I have?
I'm not gonna give you what it was.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding.
That's all right.
Wait, are you saying? Hang on. Before you say what it was, is it like you see something and then you see it again, and then, or you experience something and you experience again, and you're like, wow, why?
No. Not like not.
Or
I'm
I
sa-
look at I judge a book by its cover. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, basically that. But I'm not talking about like if you go into a movie with low expectations and you come out, it's like, oh yeah, I had a good time. I'm talking about like if you see something and you're like, wow, awful, and then you actually see the whole complete finished project and you're like, wow, that was the best shit ever. I'm talking about like completely flipped. Just because I don't think I have. I think if I've ever seen something and been like, wow, that's going to be terrible, and then I actually see it, like the whole thing, I'm like, oh yeah, like pleasantly surprised. But I'm trying to think of something that like has just completely blown my mind.
Oh, completely blew my mind.
Yeah.
Well, not completely blown my mind, but my like first example that I was thinking about for me was Pokemon, like the newer generations. Like the newest one, I haven't played it, but I was on the bandwagon, like seeing all the news come out and trailers and stuff, and like not all the you can't play all the Pokemon, even though it's like the newest game, and you could do that for all the other games and like a bunch of different things that would like, adding up to just be it just sounded real shitty. And then I watched a bunch of gameplay of it, and I want it so hardcore in my life. Man.
You won?
Yeah.
Whenever I go to Fred's, man, I look for Switches for you guys.
It looks so
I look.
good. It looks so good. For it, if you're into Pokemon.
Well, yeah. I mean, even if I feel like you're not into Pokemon, I know the new one's supposed to be like pretty accessible.
So I guess it was a pretty big flip for me then, because it was definitely like, you know, I wasn't excited about it, and it didn't seem fun. It seemed like they were going away from a lot of other traditional Pokemon games, and then ended up being a cool thing.
Yeah, I'm thinking the only things I can think of are things that I was like excited for, but then like actually getting my hands on them, I would be like, oh yeah, this is better than I ever expected. Like Breath of the Wild was like that for me. You got me thinking about like Switch games.
Oh.
I was like, oh yeah, I love Zelda games. I'm going to play this. And then I played the shit out of it, and I was like, yes. This is the best.
That game was fucking awesome. I didn't even play it, but it was awesome.
You watched me play a lot of it, though, yeah.
I can't... No. I mean, I can think of movies that I... Like... Black Panther I saw the first time and I didn't like it. And then the second time I really liked it. And then John Wick the first time I saw it. I must have been in a daze or something.
You know what? Yeah, that's a good one.
And I felt more lukewarm about it. And I don't know why. I guess I just didn't watch it. But now it's like one of my top 5 action movies of all time. Oh, it's so easy.
I'm really glad you brought that up, because that's actually one of them for me.
John Wick?
Because I think the first time I saw like a full... Like I'd heard the name floating around. But the first time I saw like a John Wick trailer was the night that we went and saw it. I'm pretty sure. And then I watched it and I was like, yeah, that looks pretty good. And then I remember watching it and I was like, holy shit. Like, this is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so John Wick's a good one for me.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
But these are after I've like seen it once. I'm trying to think of something that I judged hard.
I feel like there was...
At base value and then... Or on... like judging a book by its cover kind of thing. And I'm like struggling.
Dude, I watched the first John Wick in theaters 3 times.
I did too.
It was so...
I only saw it once in theaters.
I think...
Well, I saw it with you guys. I saw it with you guys and Teddy, and then I saw it with you guys and Tommy.
Yeah.
So...
Nice. Oh, the movie's so good. I think the only movie I've seen multiple times in theaters was the new Spider-Man movie. Far From Home.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And spoiler alert. So I went and saw it with some friends first, and then Sam was out of town, and I wanted to go with Sam because I knew he was going to see it. But I only wanted to go with Sam to see his reaction from the J. Jonah Jameson cameo thing at the end.
Yeah.
I squeezed your body too hard when that happened.
So I'm like sitting
I
there
grabbed
in
him
this
his
movie,
arm and I fucking vice gripped his ass.
and I'm like, oh my god, I feel like I just watched this 2 days ago because I just watched it 2 days ago. And it's like, I just know everything. I didn't like have time to cool down and like rewatch it. Everything was really familiar.
I like that movie.
I mean, so I guess it was worth it.
I feel like I have something that was the opposite. Something I had like very mad love for that recently just like kind of got derailed for me.
Really?
Yeah, it was a... I probably bitched about this to you guys before, but it was this video game franchise that came out when we were in like middle school and high school. I jumped on the first game a little late, But
you talking about
the
Darksiders?
Darksiders franchise, yeah.
You're going back and playing through them.
I am, yeah, because two newer ones came out within like the past few years, and I was like, oh, I really like the first two. Like I loved the first two. The world is like really like heavy metal, and it's like angels and demons are fucking just fighting each other, but you're like the guy who doesn't give a shit, so you just kill everybody like nonchalantly, and it's awesome. You're like the four horsemen of the apocalypse. It's very like biblical, but it's like if they took the Bible and mixed it with Warhammer. It's like pretty fucking cool. So
Oh yeah, isn't everyone like stupidly like
everyone's
stocky?
huge. It's awesome. It's
Really?
like it's like weirdly really cartoony though. But the games themselves are I really loved playing through them. I played the first two, and I remember I have only ever bought like the special, you know, like there's like games that come out, it's like, oh, it's $60, but you can pay $80 for like the special edition. I did that for Darksiders 2 because I was so fucking stoked for it, and I played the absolute shit out of it. I milked everything I could out of it, and so the Darksiders 3 and Darksiders Genesis are the two newer ones that came out, and I was like, oh, I haven't played them, but they've been out for a little bit, so I'm gonna buy them and play them. So I got all 4 games in the franchise. I dropped like $60 on like all 4 of them because they were on sale, and I played the first one, and I was like, this game is pretty decent. The funny part about those games is that basically every mechanic in those games is ripped off of a different game. It's basically God of War meets Zelda, because they have like the dungeons and like the puzzles and stuff of Zelda, but you're basically just whacking things until they die over and over again, like God of War. And it's like pretty good. And I remember I was playing it, and I was like, oh, this is kind of familiar. I've already played this game before, so I had like a C+ time with it, just because I feel like playing it before, I was just like, oh, this is okay. There's one fucking bit in that game that is so fucking frustrating, though, and I was like, they fucked this part up so bad. It's like, you're basically walking with this, you know in Halo when you pick up a gun turret, and you walk like infinitely slower than you're supposed to? It's like that, but worse. But you have to kill like dozens and dozens of angels in this one bit, but you're walking through this like fucking bit at like a quarter of an inch an hour pace, and then at some point it's really easy, this whole part, it's just really slow, but then at some point like 20 of them come at you all at once, and you're like fucking done. I just died over and over and over again. I was like, this is so easy, and it got so hard all at once. So that really fucking put a bad taste in my mouth about the first game, and every time I think of that game, I think of that bit, and I'm like, that part is like so fucked compared to the rest of the game. But anyways, sorry, that was a really long-winded tangent, but I played the second one, and the second one was my favorite when I was in high school, because I was like, oh, this is like, it's more like open world, there's like kind of refined elements of the first one and like added onto it, and it still like feels fresh enough, and you're like this different character who's like more acrobatic, and like his moveset's different, and he gets like secondary weapons as opposed to like just a big sword. It's like, oh, cool, fuck yeah, and it's just cool. And I went in and played it, and I got maybe, I want to guess like halfway through it. I might even be like a little less than halfway through it. And I got to like the third area in the game. And I remember just like sitting there with my controller in my hands, and I was like, I'm not having a fun time playing this game. And then my thought immediately after that was, not only do I think I'm not having a fun time, I think I don't like this game. And then my thought immediately after that was, yep, this is a bad game. I hate this. And then I set it down, and I haven't gone back. And now I'm playing the third one. And the third one
Is better? Is it better?
It's different. The third one, so the first two, like I said, it's like God of War meets Zelda. The second one, oh my god. If you guys have played Zelda games, you know how Zelda games have all the dungeons? Mm-hmm. The second one is basically all you do is dungeons over and over again. And there's like, the only thing you do in between is travel to the next dungeon. It's like kind of terrible. Just because you're in the same space, like looking at a wall, like wondering how to figure these puzzles out for like 45 minutes, and it's just long and boring. But the third one is a ripoff of Dark Souls. Because they're like, how do we freshen up the formula? And they did, but it's those games are all ripoffs of better games. But I still like the world, so I still want to play these next two like more recent games. But holy shit, man, it's like a fucking slog. I'm like not. The third one I'm having fun with just because I haven't played it ever, so it's like, oh, this is new. This is new for me. But like, I'll get moments where I'm just like sitting there, just like, fucking kill me. Why am I doing this? So Sorry, super long-winded, but that was the thing.
How I felt finishing Halo 5 up.
Kind of like
I
your childhood as
dragged
well.
Fabio through all the Halo games.
It was.
And then, so we played, so like, we beat the first three, and we're like, okay, that's pretty good. And I was like, well, it was right before they were announcing the sixth one, Halo Infinite. So I was like, you know what, Fabio, let's just keep going. Let's just go through 4 and 5.
Yeah.
So we played through 4, and we're like, well, that was fine. Like, well, it was good, though, and stuff. And then I got the Xbox Game Pass, and I downloaded Halo 5. Turns out only one player local co-op, unless I'm an idiot. So Fabio sat there and watched me play it. And this is my first time playing. It's been out for like 5 years now or something.
Long time.
Maybe not that long. And there's definitely... Actually, pretty much in all those games, we would bust through them in like 2 nights. So we were like, we get to these points, and... And I knew some of the levels, so I would just like, I'm going around this corner and I'm just going to fucking skip this part while Fabio's shooting aliens trying to survive.
Fucking dying and shit.
We like finish that level, watch a cutscene, we'd be like, we don't even know what's going on anymore.
I've played 4 Halo games and watched the 5th one, and I was there for all of it. I couldn't tell you one goddamn thing about the plot points. I don't know. I couldn't bullet point anything. You asked me what happens in the Halo story. All I could tell you is that I'm Master Chief and that you're Arbiter. That's it. That's all I could fucking... I don't know. But anyway, on.
Well, I remember we were about to start Halo 5. And we were talking about the plot of Halo. I don't know why. And I remember I explained it like probably a third time. So then we were drinking. We just like ended up talking about it or something. And then Fabio was like, I remember, quote, "Wow, I'm really glad you explained that again because I finally understand what's going on." And we were done with Halo 4 at that point. Maybe we were starting Halo 4. I don't remember. But we had played the 3. And I just explained the fucking human covenant forerunner, like, what's going on there.
I feel like they changed the names of everything for every game.
It does feel like... No, you're right, because it's like the Forerunners are also the Prometheans, and the Prometheans are also working with the Covenant. It's like, what the fuck?
Oh, dude, Halo 4 and 5 make it so much more convoluted.
Oh, yeah.
And I actually... Because I played through Halo 5, and I was like, I get the main points. Spoiler. I get that, like, Cortana's the bad guy, and I get that she, like, is using them to fight the humans now, and she wants to make the universe in her image, basically. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's very... Some guy's gonna go, well, actually, or anything. But I was like, I don't think I get every detail that's going on. And I went and watched some, like, I was gonna call him Uber Halo nerd, who, like, has read all the books and was talking about it. And even he was like, well, actually, it's not as bad as people are saying. But if you're just like, apparently a casual fan is just someone who plays all the games. Apparently that's casual. Because all the books, all like 30-something of the books, are all canon.
God.
They are all fucking canon to what's going on. And apparently you can't play Halo 5. Halo 5 doesn't give you enough information for you to understand everything that's going on. You have to read books to understand everything.
I kind of hate that because nobody knows that.
Really hate that.
It sucks.
Well,
you remember in Halo 5, Master Chief comes down and he's like got his team and stuff, and you're like, yeah, okay. Vaguely is a good word because they don't fucking tell you. I only understood who they were because I happen to have read, I don't even remember if I finished it, I read most of the first Halo book.
Fall of Reach.
Which is when Master Chief becomes the Spartan and, like, he posses up with his, like, group of kids from his Spartan class. And they, like, go on missions together. But they don't tell you that in the books. They don't tell you that in the fucking... They don't tell you that in the books. In all of them. They don't tell it. They don't explain it at all. He's just there and it happens. No, they don't tell you that in Halo 5 at all. They, like, mention it. They're like, oh, yeah, they were Spartans when he was a Spartan. And you're like, oh, but they're just alive? And
I remember... I sort of remember they have, like, one throwaway line in, like, the 9th mission of 15. It's just like
It's that late?
Yeah, it's like a throwaway, and it's like in battle, like you're shooting and shit. You're not paying attention to the dialogue. You're just
Wait,
killing
can I
aliens.
guess?
Yeah.
Can I guess?
Yeah.
Is it like, oh man, Master Chief, this is just like back in the academy.
Pretty much.
Is it
Back
that?
in the academy. Back in the. I see they got you pushing pencils at the CIA. Something like that.
Down at the academy.
Yeah,
It's,
it was something like that.
yeah.
Like, oh, we're family or whatever.
Well, and they
That
could have.
sucks.
Yeah. I,
Well-
don't know. I have a lot of problems with Halo 5. I don't think it's I don't think it's like a 2 out of 10 or anything bad. I think there's
Yeah.
actually a lot of cool stuff in it.
Well,
And like
that's-
building off what they did in Halo 4, I'm like, oh, this is pretty cool. That being said, though, it's the worst one of all.
That's
And
frustrating.
nothing
though.
happens in Halo 1. You're fighting aliens, you go on the Halo and you blow it up, and that's the game.
Yeah.
It is
I like that.
it's Star
Simple.
Wars 4. Star Wars 4 is like there's a little bit more in Star Wars 4 than there is in Halo. But we're good guys, we joined the rebels and we fucking blow up the Death Star.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's frustrating though, because there's shit that like if you're watching the sequel of a movie, you're expected to watch the first one, right? So you can get context. So you can you're not gonna watch
Yeah.
Avengers Endgame without having watched like at least one of the
Well,
other
at least
movies.
the Avengers movies.
At least one of the, but like that's that though going in. It's like, oh, I should probably watch 1 and 2 before I watch 3. It sucks going into Halo 5, which it's like, oh, I've played the first 4 Halo games, so I should know what's going on. It's like, well, actually, you have to read 3 of the 30 canon Halo books to get, like, some grasp of what's going on. Nobody knows that. It's not like that's written on, like, the front of the case. It's like, please read before you play this game. It's like, nobody's gonna know that. That's frustrating.
Yeah. Well, also a
Like
good
that.
point from the guy who's explaining everything, and he's saying how inaccessible it is. There's there's a side Xbox app called Halo Waypoint where they like put lore stuff that you can read about, but even that doesn't like tell you everything that you need to know in the game. So he's like, it's okay to like explain and just drop characters in, but put a logbook in where I can like go and be like,
Yeah.
oh, that person is that character.
That's a good idea.
And it's so easy. It's literally just text and a menu system.
yeah.
And I'm like, that would have made it like, I mean, I probably wouldn't have looked at it and read it, but the fact that it's there and I could be like, oh, I could go, if I played through it like a second time, I could be like, now I understand. Now it all makes sense. But there's not even that in that game.
That's true, yeah. That would make things, like, infinitely easier.
Pun intended.
I did think about that. I'm not gonna lie, but no, it wasn't intended.
Yeah. But what's weird is Halo 5 definitely ends in a really cool cliffhanger. Because like all the good guys posse together and the humans are basically just fucked. And
So it's episode 8?
Halo Infinite is such a drastic artistic difference that it's really weird that they're gonna have to like.
People are bitching
clean
about
up.
that, too.
Yeah, people are. Every single generation of video games, there's always the naysayers that are like, this game looks like garbage. Because there's another game that they did put more time into, or different amounts of time
Not
into
even
the
that.
art
It could
and
just
stuff.
be the art choice. You don't have to make things look photorealistic.
Well,
Fabio.
right now, if things don't look like The Last of Us 2, then they look like shit, so.
Exactly. Well, that's the thing. It's like, I can't see the yellow gunk that's clogged in that guy's pore that's right underneath his left
Oh.
nair.
Terrible
Bad
game.
video game.
Terrible.
Garbage.
That seems
Literally
like,
unplayable.
Unplayable.
But you look at like the Halo shit and it's like, things are like smooth, it's like colorful, it's vibrant, it's like the world, it's cool to just look around and like look at the mountains and the sky and shit. It's like, that's
Well,
good enough
I
for me.
liked it because maybe it was just our TV settings, but Halo 5 looked like it was so dark. I was
Yeah.
having trouble killing things because I couldn't see everything. They like armored up everything in like the same amount of glared armor as the fucking like alien ships were also glaring. So you can't see anything. God damn it!
It's, I don't know, people
I don't remember how I
people
that.
don't seem to understand that there's like choices in art direction. People
That
like
would
expect photorealism or like the next. People expect every new game. Buddy. People expect every new game to be like the jump in CGI that like Avatar was. But it's like, no. People can make games like Minecraft that are just blocks and pixels. And if it's
Well, it comes
fun,
down to gameplay for me.
no, yeah, if it's fun, I'll play something that looks like literally a turd smeared on my computer monitor. But if it plays well, fuck yeah, it doesn't matter. I just played a game like that. It was like super pixely. Everything was like blotchy and like not great looking, but that was the point, and it was really fun to play, so I played it.
What about the turd one where you're a piece of turd on top of a building and you have to fall down onto like the street below and get on as much stuff as you can?
Is it a turd?
Is that a real
Yeah,
game?
Yeah, that
it's
is a real game.
It's a turd.
Really?
Yeah, you're a turd.
Why haven't we played this?
And you're supposed to fall. It's been out for like a while.
We still haven't.
What?
We never
I know
uploaded
about
that
this.
zoo game. So the audio got fucked, so it sucks. But
We should try again though. That zoo game was fun.
That game was really.
I need to relearn how to control it. I literally haven't touched it since we played it that one.
Fucking
That's fine.
It's a zoo game,
go
dude.
in. No one will know what's going on.
How hard can it be?
How hard can it be, man?
There's just some like nuance of like how to rotate. And, like, move
we
options.
didn't consider the nuance.
I just gotta.
Yeah, it's the nuance.
It's
The
Zoo
nuance is the
Tycoon, you
problem.
fucking prick.
It's
You
not-
click
it's
shit.
It's Planet Zoo.
You click things and they go the place you click them.
Yeah, all right.
That's
Except
all
for
it
that
is.
except for those gorillas.
Gorillas don't answer to nobody.
Oh man,
We'll upload it, little sausages. You'll get the
I hope
jokes.
so.
You'll get the jokes.
maybe one day. The Lost.
We should
Zoo episode.
one day.
Just fuck it.
It was
Might
fun.
as well.
It was a lot of fun.
Might as well. It's for gaming. It's for gaming.
Well, now that we actually have better audio or better editing software, because I
Yeah.
want to do some Zoom
Some
ins and
Zooms,
stuff.
yeah.
Because we filmed it after a podcast that we had like particularly drank heavily, and so we were really drunk.
Well, that was half of why it was funny.
But it was super. Like it was really good.
It fucking
'cause it was-
ends with I don't want to spoil it. It ends with us fucking spilling drinks and chips and shit. You also left and you went and were like you were talking to someone else in the house and stuff.
yeah. It was,
So you just never came back. It was really funny. I mean, I think it was really
it was a good time. It was a good time.
Cool.
Oh, goofy game. There's another goofy game. The turd one reminded me of it, and I can't remember. I do remember. There's another game that's, I think recent. I think it's been out in early access, but it might have got full release or something. And I can't remember what it is. It's like get that thing out of my house, something like that.
Or
I
so
can't
help me.
remember.
Dun, dun, dun.
So basically, there's like a spider. So basically, there's like a spider.
God damn it.
So like each level, the spider's like in different spots, and you have to fucking like go around and try to squish it.
Oh god.
And so like when you start off, you just have like a shoe, and you just like throw the shoe at the spider, and you kill it, and then the level ends, and you start a new level. I think, kind of like spitballing, but then eventually you can find like fucking like a flamethrower and stuff. And there's just different goofier ways to just kill the spider that's just in your house.
What was that
And it's
game?
very simple graphics and
That sounds cool.
What was that game you showed me that's like it's like a battle royale, but you're all a bunch of crabs and shit's like ragdoll
Whoa,
as fuck. But
there-
you have like
hang on.
katanas and like battle axes.
there are two
Oh yeah,
crab
there's two
games
of them,
coming
yeah.
out right now. There are two, and they're very realistic looking. So they look like the same game, but they are two separate games from two separate indie game companies. One of them is a battle royale, and you just like you can do like crazy flips, and you can get like Uzis and like katanas and shit. And then the other one is like a fucking rumble, and you like drop down into a city as like giant realistic crabs, and you fucking just like fight each other. I think there's different arenas and stuff. Both look really shitty, and I mean that in the most like genuine way, the best way. Yeah, they look awesome.
Nice.
I want to play both of them a little bit.
I also want to play both of them a little bit.
Sounds awesome.
Fucking crazy.
I like the one that we were playing that one night where you don't know how you're gonna die, but
Oh,
Just try-
Reventure.
Oh yeah, Reventure. Yeah. You guys played that for a lot longer than I kind of just expected.
It's fun.
it's a fun game.
Yeah, it's really fun.
It's good. It's really creative.
Yeah.
It's a cool idea for a game, yeah.
Yeah.
But I
It's a
can't
little,
see.
I saved the princess. Did I tell you guys that?
Yeah, you said. Yeah,
I
you
figured out
told
how to
us.
get to her, and then I figured out how to get her out. But there's other things you can do with her, because you have to go all the way to the Dark Castle, and then you pick her up, and she's on your head. So there's things you can do with her on your way back, and all of those are different endings. For anyone who doesn't know, Reventure is a game where it's like pixely platform, and it's basically like Zelda. Like you're a little guy in a green hat, and you talk to the king, and he's like, "Save the princess from the Dark Lord," and you have to go get her. But the point of the game is just to die in ridiculous ways. And
You know-
there's 100 different endings. And like some of them are like you picked up too many items and your fucking ankles break underneath you and you get hospitalized. There's other ones that are you like first get the sword from the old man like in the old Zelda and you can fucking kill him and they're like, wow, fucking what a dick, and they arrest you. And it's crazy. It's super, super funny.
I love like when you fall. There's bits where
You can also get it for like $2 if it's on sale, so it's totally worth your time.
you can like fall into the lava or whatever, and you're like, oh well, I guess I died. And then they're like, we later fished out his body and resuscitated him, and then you're going around as a little blob and shit.
Yeah. Well, that's like when you get crushed.
Yeah.
Well, there's
When you
the
respawn
one,
and you're a blob of your character, and you have to run around as a blob instead.
there's the one ending where you befriend the cats in the castle, and then they like eat you or something, but then you just become one of the cats.
Yeah.
Sweet.
There's
That game's
another
really
ending. You guys never found the shovel, which is really weird.
I did find the shovel eventually.
Well, okay,
yeah.
that was like the
It
first.
took me way.
That
too
was like
long.
the second item I ever got.
It's supposed to be like the second item that you're supposed to
Oh
find.
no.
Yeah, it's in such an obvious location.
Oh no.
Yeah, you guys know you go left and there's the big mountain and you go up and get the sword.
Yeah.
You guys always went like past him or went back, but there's like a path if you go like underneath. And you go underneath just a couple tunnels and there's the shovel. And it's like super easy. But there's an ending with the shovel and you go down into like the caves and shit and then there's a bunch of dig spots.
Another one you're talking
And you
about.
start digging down and you're like, oh shit, this is gonna lead to some treasure, and then all of a sudden you start falling. And then an ending starts queuing up and you're like, wow, this pit's fucking deep. It's like real super deep. And then you starved to death before you even hit the bottom.
Oh my god. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good game.
It's a fun game. It's really, it's
Those
worth
little
it.
quirky games are a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Mm. It's kind of sad that a lot of those games don't get like the attention they deserve.
No. There's tons of games that are amazing.
There was another game that like I feel like there was another game that we've played recently that was unexpectedly really good. That's not very popular.
Yeah, I'm sure there was.
Sorry,
I don't know.
that was stupid. I shouldn't have said anything, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like we played a game like that recently.
Well, I mean, the complete opposite is Fall Guys.
Fall Guys is
Quirky
great.
little game, but
Fall
Everybody's
Guys
playing it.
is huge.
Yeah,
On Steam alone, it's on Steam or it's on PC, so Steam and PS4. On Steam alone, it was like 120,000 active players yesterday, which is like a Saturday.
but it was also like
Also,
that was also
like,
like 3:30 in
Also
the
like
morning.
3 in the morning West Coast time.
damn.
The game's killing it.
Yeah.
I'm glad though,
A
because
good-
that game is really good.
I don't think this is like nearly the best gauge, but a lot of people use Twitch, one of the top Twitch streaming games for popularity. And Fall Guys has been like top 5 off and on since it came out. It's been out for like a month now.
That's awesome.
Do games typically last that long up in the top 5?
It depends on the game.
I'm really not in tune with like the Twitch.
It's like a lot of battle
Dynamic.
royales. Like Fortnite stays pretty consistently high up, and League of Legends stays pretty consistently like top 10. Both of those. Fortnite like top 5 usually. Other battle royales get their like peaks when they come out and then go down. But it also is like, this is why it's not a good gauge. Is there could be 1,000 streamers streaming like Fall Guys, and it's only top 20. But there are going to be 2 really big streamers streaming Fortnite, and Fortnite is like a top of the list. So it's not really the game, it's who's streaming it, which is why I
Makes
don't use
sense.
it as like, I don't personally use it as like a definitive gauge.
Yeah.
It's better, you can look at the active player counts on like Steam, and that's a pretty decent way to at least get like the PC audience and see what they're playing.
Yeah.
Man, Fortnite
I don't know if
is
you can do that
fucking
with Xbox
weird.
or PlayStation or anything.
Sorry, I don't want to talk about Fortnite, but just when I played it, it was like when it first came out and everybody was kind of discovering it.
I remember
It's
you guys.
fucking insane now.
Well, we played it on like Xbox.
You guys were into it. for a
and
while.
we
It was. I genuinely think
I
Fortnite
sucked
is a
at it.
really
I
good game.
still
I was also
suck at
terrible.
it.
I think Fortnite is a really fun, good game. I just hate it because it's everywhere. I'm sick of it. I'm fucking sick of seeing it. I'm sick of the fucking
amazing.
dancing classes. I don't. It's a good game though. I do like. I don't play it, but I do like it. And when I did play it, I had a lot of fun with it.
It's too crazy. I've realized the skill gap that is needed to play that efficiently. Like I saw a clip. They had like a I think like a World Cup big tournament or something, and the guy who won it was like a 16-year-old kid or something.
Yeah.
That whole thing. Watch clips from that tournament if you ever just want to see crazy Fortnite shit, because it's literally like them standing around, and then like they start like taking a little bit of fire, and they just like fucking pan the mouse across and like build structures around them, and then like build towers and shit. It's so fast because you can build stuff like immediately, and so like that's the only way to like stay alive. You can't like dive under cover. You just fucking like can kind of sprint around a little bit. So you have to like fucking pan structures. And then when you get a bunch of people that are really good at doing that, they just start like building like fucking towers, just trying to like outplay each other by building and like ducking behind corners really quick and shit. It's insane. I will never doubt that game for its like skill gap or anything. But that's also why I won't play it.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say that's also kind of the flaw with it, is because like us and our like dinky little shotguns, we were like, whoa, what do I play this game? And some guy fucking shoots you in the head and then fucking builds a tower around your corpse that says "fuck you" and goes off and wins the game 18 times in a row.
Your life.
Yeah.
That game does have a huge skill gap, which is also why I'm not going to go back to it ever. But it is. I like the game. I think it's
good for. They make so much money. They can pump out so many updates. Also, so it is consistently staying fresh with content.
There's also a reason why that game is the biggest game that's ever existed. Basically, is because it's a good game.
It's accessible. A lot of kids like it too. There's enough adult audience, and there's a huge kid audience.
You good? Yeah, right.
Mid burp, dude. Now Fortnite is doing its thing. The one game that'll never die is fucking Minecraft.
Good.
Yeah.
Minecraft is a great game.
Minecraft was like building popularity, peaked kind of late beta when it came out, died, and then immediately shot back up in like the last couple of years, back to a higher popularity than
Did it ever die?
No, but
I feel like it's always been like pretty consistently around.
No, it's always been consistently around, but like by die I mean like people were not really talking about it as much, and then probably when Microsoft picked
It's like
it up,
here. He's gone.
It's a shallow die. It was like
It's just
people were
less
playing other the like initial hype died, and then came back. That's what I mean by die. The hype. Hype was gone. Hype came back in a sizable force, and it won't die. It won't ever die.
I can't deny this because it is absolutely true. Minecraft has to be one of my favorite games of all time. Just the longevity. Like we'd started a server like a few months ago, and we were like playing through it, and it's like still fun as shit. And there's like that's another game that's like just constantly pumping out new content. They have like big updates every couple months that like just add like a crazy amount of shit, like all the Nether stuff. That game is fucking good, man. I think just the creativity with it too isn't just you don't get that in any other game really.
I think I think the procedural generation or like the procedural landscape generation makes it just different enough.
Yeah.
I don't think like the progression in Minecraft it's not deep.
No, because it's technically the same. It's all the same goal that you're trying to get to,
yeah.
but you have nearly infinite ways to get there. Like just
kinda. I mean, not
every
really. If
playthrough's
you objectively
different.
look out, but like the process,
you
you physically moving in the world is different enough.
Yeah.
Like you still gotta go mine to get iron and diamonds. Mm-hmm. It's always gonna be you mining the iron.
But you're always gonna find no cave you explore is gonna be the same
never
as
gonna be the
one
same,
you had in the last server.
unless you played on the same world.
It's so
follow
it's
your
just
footsteps.
so good, man. We also played that game when it was like we started early in that game. We've been in it since the early days.
Well, you and I played in late beta.
Yeah.
First time.
We've just been following it like forever, and we still fucking play it. I think that alone says enough about the success of the game and why it deserves to be like go down in the annals of history.
The NLs.
Annals. No, yeah, that game will bring me infinite entertainment. Like I'll be playing that when I'm 80 and probably still be having fun with it.
I found an old world in my computer.
You showed me that.
Yeah, I showed you. I'll show it to you later.
Sweet. Okay, yeah.
And I guess that I was running a server on my laptop because it reminded me of what we like all we would do, and there was like multiple like homes and stuff, but everything was like burned down. It was so weird. It was like
There's like a weird bridge out like above a cliff too and shit.
yeah.
And like a docks. Wasn't there docks or something?
It was like we were on a cliff, and there was a bridge going out, and we had like I'm guessing it was like a water elevator just going out into an ocean or some shit.
Weird.
And it was so weird.
Yeah.
It was
It's
really
cool
weird.
though.
We didn't get far in it, but
Did you guys like remember this particular server?
I vaguely
like maybe, but
Wes was definitely in it because I did find a lot of traces of like Wes.
Saw a bunch of
and
orange
Tommy.
shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
orange stuff.
see, I don't know. I don't remember it that well.
I like it,
We played a lot in college though. Like we had a lot.
I feel like that was one of those worlds that we like started and we're like, this is gonna be so much fun, and we just ended up fucking with each other so much, and then we just never played it again.
Probably one of the ones.
It was like a
started,
one
with,
night kind of thing.
Oh man, yeah. Oh, I'll never forget the one where we ended up making a tower, and it was like the home. It was a normal like home, and then we just started building up and out, so it just became
the upside down pyramid house.
yeah,
I remember
the
that.
upside
That's the one we burned down, right?
that was the one that fucking Andrew burned down.
That was
burned
it.
down.
Yeah. Jesus.
That was so good.
That's funny.
That game's fucking great, man.
Yeah, that game is definitely top 5 material.
That's good. Yeah,
For me.
I accept that. If someone's top 5, it's probably not my top 5, but
Fucking this guy over here.
This guy thinks he's better than us and shit.
Think you're better than us?
no, I just think I would.
Because you play adult games and not baby games made for babies.
I play a lot of baby games for baby. In fact, most of my top 5 are probably baby Nintendo games for babies.
What do you think your top 5 games are? Yoshi's Island is definitely one of them, right?
Yoshi's Island, Smash Bros. I'll just say that as a series because that's kind of
That's fine.
hard.
That's fine.
Pikmin as a series generally. I need to go back and play the first 2, but I've played the third one twice, and I might play it a third time through. Ocarina of Time is really good. I don't know if that would be my top 5. Never mind. I'm just naming good games. Halo 3 has to be.
Halo 3 is one of my
easy.
top 5, definitely. I think I can name my top 5.
I don't even know if those would be my top 5 though. Minecraft's really good. Minecraft is for sure top 10, but I don't know my top. I don't know. It's hard. Yoshi's Island, Smash Bros, and Halo are definitely top 3 for me.
My top 5, I think, like in no particular order, would be like. Can I just say like the Batman Arkham games? Can I just make that like one game?
Those would be my top 10 probably. Now that you say it.
Minecraft. Breath of the Wild is probably top 5.
That was a good game.
It might be. It might be.
I'm so excited to play that because
Dude, it's so fucking good.
I remember watching you play it and I was like, I want to forget, and I remember how the game works, but
now
I've,
enough
like,
time has
I've
passed,
now
you've forgotten?
I've now forgotten.
I just got it back from West, and I kind of just want to like go back into it. I don't want to like replay it because that's gonna be way too much. But I just want to like go in and like fuck around and like.
And I do remember that you have to go to the Guardians and then you get like powers from them, but I don't remember like
the base
exactly.
story is like very short in that game, actually.
Yeah, I don't know the base story. I've avoided the final fight, and I really wanted to watch because somebody did it in like
It's
20
cool.
minutes.
It's cool.
Well, you could
Because you can go to the end.
You could just go
immediately
there,
which is
yeah.
awesome. I love that.
It's very cool. I would probably say Breath of the Wild is in there. Skyrim is definitely one, and I know that's a basic bitch answer, but fuck, I sunk so many hours into that game. And then no.
Yes.
Well, I just remembered Halo 3. So top 6, Halo 3 and Red Dead Redemption. Those are my top 6 games. Red Dead Redemption.
Red Dead is such a
fucking
good game. Damn it.
I was just thinking about GTA 5.
Oh, I didn't think of it.
I also see. I didn't play a lot of GTA 5. I mostly watched it, but that game is so good. I haven't even watched the storyline of that game. It's probably top 10 material.
That was me because we played it in college all the time, and so we played so much GTA 5 that I was like, fucking love this game. I bought it for the 360, and then I got an Xbox One, and then bought it for Xbox One. I will probably end up getting it on PC. I've seen it go as low as $15, but I'm waiting. I'm waiting to get like a $10 deal. Anywho, and I only played the multiplayer. And I already bought it twice. And then I was like, you know what? I should finally sit down and play the single player. And I played the single player. And I was like, holy shit, that was just a fucking good game. Like, multiplayer aside, I was like, that was awesome. Like, I enjoyed all of it. You're basically just 3 guys and you end up, like, reconvening. And you start doing heists. and you just start doing cooler and cooler heists.
Yeah, I kind
Speaking
of...
of which, multiplayer added some dope-ass heists.
Nice.
I saw you play through, like, one of them. I don't know if I saw it was, like, front to back,
I had
but...
no friends who had it on the Xbox. Well, maybe I did, but I didn't play with anybody, so I had to, like,
Boys,
matchmake. It was
GTA
horrible.
6? We gotta fucking
we
jump
gotta-
on that
we
shit.
gotta get
we gotta
on.
play with each other,
I
because...
feel like it's not gonna be set in the modern day, so it's not gonna be as good. Well, it'll be fun,
What
but
does that mean? Not as good.
like you know LA Noire?
Yeah.
You want to go fuck around in LA Noire? No,
Dude, LA Noire isn't GTA, though. GTA... Dude, you think Deluxos exist in, like, 2013? They don't give a fuck about what time era it is. They have jetpacks and flying motorcycles
I also
and
don't
spaceships
know.
and shit.
I really hope it's set in the modern day because I've heard some rumors that actually I heard some cool rumors, but I've heard some rumors that's gonna be set like more in the 60s or something, 60s, 70s.
Cool, dude. They had cooler cars than we do nowadays. Fuck yeah. Why not, man?
Yeah, no, it'll be fun. No, it'll be fun. You know what?
Is
I'm being a bitch about it,
you're being a
You are
and
being a
I'm
bitch
really
about it.
sorry. So fuck me.
fuck, hey,
I
Yeah,
can't
hey.
wait for it. But
Yeah, fuck you, dude.
I did hear a cool thing because I've heard like rumors that it's supposed to be set in Miami with like heavy influences from Scarface. So you're like doing drug trades over from like South America, Cuba to America. And so there's talks that it's going to be generational. And you're
Yeah,
going to play
this
when
is
the
what
drug
I've heard.
trade starts, and then you're also going to play a different generation, and then maybe like up to 3 generations. And one generation is when it's like starts like in the 50s, and then it's going to be 70s, 80s, and then it's going to be modern day. And then the multiplayer will play in the modern day version of that. So there'll be GTA Online 6, whatever, will be modern day. But you'll like story narrative wise, you'll play in all 3. So you'll get to like play with different car ages and stuff.
Dude,
Do different missions and stuff. And I was like, you know what? If it's like that, then I'm totally on board. But if it's like just set in the 50s, 60s, then I'm like, oh, you kind of lose a little bit of like.
I don't think they would care, though. I
You lose a
still
little bit
think
of
there would be,
modern
like,
flair,
flying
which I liked.
motorcycles and just crazy shit. It might just be more like the flying jet engine powered motorcycle might look like it's a little bit like it might be like older in style, which would actually be kind of cool.
Hopefully it wouldn't have a fucking rocket launcher on it. It would fucking end the game.
I think GTA 6 Online, like how... Why wouldn't they do that shit? Because that's what people come for in GTA 5 Online. And no, that's like the most lucrative piece... GTA is the most lucrative piece of entertainment media that's ever happened in the history of the world. Why would they fuck that up in the next one? That would be stupid. They're gonna have jetpacks and laser guns and crazy shit.
Maybe. I like that they added all that stuff, but I also want them to tone it down because they fucked it over. GTA 5 sucks to play online right now. Because everyone has the stupid...
It's a bunch of modders, too,
I want to say
right?
Vespo, but I think that's a different thing that I'm mixing up. But they have jet engine motorcycles. You basically just fly around. And they fly better than the DeLorean, the Deluxo that flies. They fly way smoother. It's like a helicopter. You can just like pivot around.
Fast.
And you can put heat-seeking missiles on that. So anytime you want to do anything that's just driving a car through a city, there's like a bunch of jackasses that just like, and then just kill you. And you cannot run. Like, maybe if you're...
And you're gonna die!
If you're really good at driving, maybe you could. But like, there's not a lot of leniency.
way.
You're pretty much fucked. So it sucks to play GTA Online.
That's true. That one vehicle did kind of give everyone too much power.
Mod it out the wazoo.
But dude, it's so...
People will just send you $1 billion. Here you go. Good luck. And then you could get banned for getting that $1 billion.
Oh, okay, that sucks.
That's what sucks.
But I was like, you're turning down free money right now?
Well, I mean, I want to play the game
That's true.
a little bit.
A
A lot of it's
how
really
long?
granted.
How long did we spend getting that fucking blimp?
How long did we...
It was awesome, dude. I don't think it was worth the 2-point-something million you had spent
How
on it.
dare you? How dare you?
Dude, I love how fast
dick.
when that thing gets like blown up. I love how fast it just turns into like a normal blimp, and then it's just like a frame of steel bars with like fire on it, just like instantly pops.
I mean, that's what happened. It's all fabric over gas.
Yeah.
So it actually...
yeah,
exploded.
but it would like
be like
burn
that.
away. It's not just like it's like the difference of a frame. It's just like it's gone now. I just love it. It's great. I think GTA 6 is gonna be fine.
Yeah.
But when it does
really
come
fun.
out, no matter what
I'm
it ends
super
up
excited.
being, we all got to jump on
I'm
that
waiting
shit.
for Red
Yeah.
Dead 2 to go on sale before I buy that.
Red Dead 2. I have not played the multiplayer a whole lot at all. The base game is...
In a year when it goes down to maybe $20-$30, I might buy it.
The base game is very fucking good. You should play it. It's a prequel to Red Dead 1, and it does, like... I love the way it, like, connects into the first game. They just basically took the first one and, like broadened the universe and, like, provided a bunch of context to the first game that's very good. And the protagonist is, like, kind of an asshole, but he's also, like, a cool guy, and you connect. It's just a great story.
Well, they're all
it's a really
fucking
good game.
cowboys.
Yeah. But
Another thing that's been, like... I was just hearing about pirates and how, like, Hollywood has made
like
them,
romanticized.
like, romanticized and made them family-friendly and, like...
See,
Especially with Pirates of the Caribbean, but also way before that, too.
the cool thing...
Yo ho, yo ho. You're my friend, we're all friends. No one dies of scurvy.
But dude, that's kind of the cool part, because they mention that in the game. They're like... Because they're a bunch of outlaws, and there was like... I don't know if this is historically accurate at all. But you know how, like, guys like Billy the Kid and Jesse James were, like, notorious and, like, outlaws, and the law was after them, but people kind of, like, followed them like celebrities? There was a certain, like... People connected with, like, the bad guys during that era. And your gang, like the Vanderlyn gang that you're a part of in Red Dead 2... The time era that it's set in is the point where people are, like, not okay with outlaws anymore. So you guys are, like your crew is, like, struggling because, like, yeah, people used to just, like, give us free shit just because they wanted to be associated with us. But now we're, like, camping out on this fucking cliffside because we have nowhere to go and we have to, like, disguise ourselves when we go into town and shit.
Yeah.
So it's, like, you guys, your gang exists at, like, the end of, like, the romanticized outlaw era. And you guys are, like, struggling. So it's kind of cool, and they do.
Was there actually a
call attention to that.
romanticized outlaw era then in actual
Well,
cowboy history?
Yeah, like
I mean, the Wild
it's-
West originated from
again,
something.
I don't
but
know, like it's
how romanticized was it
That's
back
the
then to how
the Clint Eastwood movies and shit and like spaghetti westerns definitely like Hollywoodized it, made it seem like way cooler than it was because it would have sucked to live back then. But yeah, there were like
what?
Oh,
Jesse James was
the
basically
heat?
like
That's
a celebrity.
Desert scurvy.
Scorpions everywhere.
those are way better. Have you guys seen a fucking John Wayne movie? Oh my god.
I think so.
Oh, you could
I haven't
tell,
seen-
like, the John Wayne is, like, in an air-conditioned, like, trailer, and then comes out, like, not sweaty at all, like, loving life, just banged the girl or whatever, come out just having a good time, smoking a cigar, and life is good on the ranch.
That's what I think of. Like, well, okay, they had a little bit more civility by that era. That's what I love seeing about like fucking movies that are set in like medieval Dark Ages era.
Yeah.
And they're like walking around, and the knight's still got like clean hair and shit.
Yeah. No one's greasy.
All the women are perfectly hairless and shit. And I'm like, no.
Everyone has more than 6 teeth in their heads.
Everyone's clean and shit. It's like, no, they're not. No, they're not.
All the women are hairless and have fake tits.
Dude, that's great though. That's
Everyone would be covered in mud. They would smell like shit.
Oh,
There's
God.
no deodorant. There's no soap. Soap doesn't exist. The king maybe has 1 bar of soap.
he has to stretch that bitch out for like 6 years.
Yeah.
There was a show called Adams, and it was John Adams, the second president, and it was fucking who's the guy that I always forget his name. He was supposed to be Rhino in the Andrew Garfield.
Oh, Paul Giamatti?
Paul Giamatti. He played
Wait, what else has Paul Giamatti done?
Dude, he was Big Fat Liar.
Big Fat Liar.
Ah! Alright, we're all
He
good.
was a
And
Big
probably
Fat
some
Liar.
other shit.
No, that's okay. Big fat liar.
And this show was really good. Just one, like, it had like one little small detail that I always remember. I always loved. They're eating like beef or whatever, and he takes a bite, and he bites into a bullet that was still in the meat because they couldn't fish it out or whatever, and he cracks one of his teeth like in the middle of dinner. And he's like, "Fuck."
That's just how it is now.
Yeah. I was like, "Oh." Yeah, that shit would happen back then. Because
That was like,
why not?
That's when reality set in. You're like, oh my god.
Man, life sucked back then.
Well, dude, that's how it is for like, say what you will about like Wild West movies, but yeah, like medieval movies, any movie that's like,
The past is romanticized.
yeah,
It always has been.
it always
Probably
has
always
been.
will
Yeah,
be.
Pirates, Pirates of the Caribbean, super.
Oh, I love fake pirate shit. I was on the fake pirate shit. Well, I mean, I love Pirates of the Caribbean when it came out. But then it was when you and I started playing Sea of Thieves online, and I was like re-jumping on board. But then I was also watching the show Black Sails, which is where they tie in. It's a prequel to Treasure Island, so they have the Treasure Island characters before the kid goes on his adventure. And then also they put in real pirates, and they had all of those guys interact and stuff. And it's a dope ass show.
That's sweet.
And it's a lot grittier than Pirates of the Caribbean, but it's still pretty damn romanticized. You're still fucking rooting for the pirates because they're awesome. And so I got so hard for pirates for a nice solid, and it's
So hard.
It's trickled, but I think hard. And yeah, pirates are dope. Fuck, dude, it's so
Wants
cool.
to stick his main mast into her port side.
Oh.
By her, I mean pirates.
I did a report about for one of my Spanish classes when I was finishing up college, about a Spanish pirate, and he was fucking dope.
Nice.
I wish I remembered his name, but his name was like Spanish, and it translated to like the fish or something along those lines. I'm totally loose terming. I probably have it on my laptop actually, but it was like supposed to be like,
You want some pure edits right now?
well, it's supposed to be like we're humans and we're on our boats and like we can only move on our boats so fast. But he's part fish, so he is gonna catch you and shit. And he was like actually funded by the Spanish government and stuff. So he was legit. He was like actually like he was government funded pirate.
Wow.
And he did trade runs between Spain and like generally like Central South America and stuff. And then he, if I remember correctly, he started like hunting. He would just fucking fuck up other ships because Spain like turned their back and were like, okay, if you do it in the name of Spain, then it's okay. And so he like became notorious for just like, if you see him, he's just gonna fuck you up.
So he's just straight up looking at a ship. It's like, hey, that guy's probably got some treasure. And then he fucks the ship up. It's like dead, and he just like sticks a little Spanish flag in it. It's like, oh, you're good.
Pretty
cool. Okay.
Pretty much.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, and he totally had like he had a home somewhere in like Haiti or something like that, and like he had a home and then died, and supposedly it was like textbook pirate where he had a note or he had treasure in his home or somewhere buried, and somebody either found it or everybody poached, and then they think like people like actually went and poached his house, but he had like a lost treasure and shit, and they've never found it, or it's already been found, and he had like multiple homes,
That's
so they were
fucking
like,
cool, dude. How there's like actual lost treasure just in the
real.
world somewhere and we haven't found it yet. Fuck yeah,
but they
dude.
think they have found it. He had like multiple homes, and they're like, we think it was in his other home, but then that home had already been raided by people, so they're like, it's probably gone. But we also don't have that confirmed in the textbook histories, so it could just be out there.
Yeah! You guys want to be pirates right now?
every day of my life.
Go find fucking El Blackbeard Fish Boy's lost treasure.
Is for fun crew.
I'm not
Out into
gonna
the
find it.
world.
I'm gonna find his name because it's fucking sweet. But I think I have it on my laptop. But
See,
also,
this is why pirates are romanticized, because
they're awesome.
testosterone-fueled jackasses like us are like, yeah, buried treasure. It's like, we go and it's like all rotten and rusted from weather and just the years, and it fucking sucks now.
that was also one of the hardest.
Oh, I have tetanus.
It's absorbing through my skin.
and scurvy. How did this happen?
Or it's just a note that's like, haha, I fucking got you. He pranked us. There's
in
no lost
English.
treasure.
In modern English. Fucking got you guys. This for fun crew. Signed the fish.
Dude,
or whatever.
Dude.
I forget. Loose translation.
real talk, if that was actually like some shit, like, how fucking mind-blowing would that be? Like, he knew what podcasts were in the future, and he knew our asses were gonna find
What
his
if
treasure.
it ended up being like one of our sons that ended up going into the past for, reasons beyond our knowledge to do stuff, so that we can go out and become what, I mean, we're already the biggest podcast, but completely blow it out of the water. Be the biggest podcast of all time in search for this treasure, man. That'd be
Dude,
fucking sweet.
do you ever think we're gonna Bill and Ted shit?
Oh, I found it.
Like our podcast is gonna bring about world peace?
Oh, dude, it's, yeah.
I don't think about it because I just know it's gonna happen.
There's nothing to ponder, because
it's just written in the annals of history.
written stone.
Hang on. I gotta double check his name.
In the end of time, the Is for Fun podcast will save us all.
all right.
His name was Amato Pargo. And he was also he was like a Robin Hood person. So he would, when he stole people's treasure, he would give them to the poor people, often like the islands and stuff. So Spain was cool with him, and all the people that like interacted with him were cool with him.
Nice.
And so he just fucking did his shit.
Well, dude, that's like... That also probably plays into the fact that, like, outlaws and criminals are, like, romanticized and safe. Because, like, Pablo Escobar used to do shit like that, and people... He was, like, a celebrity. People loved that guy. Yeah. But he was... It's also Pablo Escobar. That guy's fucking crazy.
You could buy, like... They have, like, memorabilia down there of, like...
Yeah, dude. People
drug
love...
lords.
People love bad guys.
Yeah,
like, people have always loved bad guys.
Yeah.
I mean, what are some of the most, like, popular characters, like, in fiction? Like, Darth Vader... The Joker, Shadow the Hedgehog. People love bad guys.
Shadow.
Shadow's more of an anti-hero, actually. Like Venom.
Pargo is the name of it's a Mexican fish, basically. So that's his name. So he was literally just like his name was Fish.
Johnny Salmon.
Yeah, his name was Johnny Salmon, basically. I wish I could. I think a motto. I looked up the verb, and it says English land on water kind of thing. I don't know. It doesn't make sense. I would have to look at it, but
Beer's so bad right now, dude.
I'm sorry.
Point is, he was called the Fish, and that was because he will fucking get you. Basically, he water is his home because he is fish. It's awesome. It was a cool report. Except that was the hardest. I said this earlier, but I hear what you guys said afterwards. But that was one of the hardest reports I had to find because turns out if you weren't like a really really famous pirate, there's basically no written documented information on you. This is like a research paper kind of thing, so we needed like sources and stuff. So I kind of bullshitted some of those sources a little bit.
Better hope your professor doesn't watch this podcast, dude.
They just weren't legit. A lot of the legit. That's the Spanish word for it. It's not. But yeah.
Wouldn't the Spanish word for it? No, never mind.
Well, I think it's just legitimo. Probably not.
I was gonna say el legit.
Legit. That's better.
Legit.
The French version is legit.
Not to look it up.
Legitimate.
The French version.
Oh yeah.
Is surrender.
It's either legal or legitimo. So I was right.
We didn't care.
Cool. But I had it. I had it open. I had this translating of the guy's name. Yeah, like a lot of the history of pirates is all word of mouth. So a lot of it is like exaggerated and bullshit. And maybe true, but also maybe not true. So Wikipedia was a friend. And there were some other like sources that were
people
just .com sources that I definitely used.
.pirate sources. Oh.
Not pirate.
People shit on Wikipedia, but that bitch is how I got my degree.
Wikipedia is fucking...
Wikipedia
is a great, quick information source. That is like 70% you could pretty much count on to be accurate, but probably more 80, 90.
I would say like 95%.
Yeah,
accurate.
probably.
I legit had a professor that we'd walk into class and he'd have a Wikipedia article like out and he'd just read off of that for the lesson.
Hell yeah. That's awesome.
I was like, oh, all right, cool.
It's concise and you can look at the sources so you can verify how like legitimate everything is. And...
Wikipedia is how I know 99% of the knowledge that I have on like nerdy comic book shit. I just read Wikipedia articles.
Well, you can get that's all fine. You
yeah.
can be wrong
Well, yeah, I'm not writing a fucking. I did write a few essays in college about.
Yeah. If you're looking up,
I wrote about Wonder Woman for my women's studies class. It's actually awesome.
If you're looking at more obscure information that people like aren't, because it's all user verification stuff. So if you're looking at more obscure stuff, you're either gonna get some expert that knows everything to do with it and is gonna 100% tell you what's what, or you're gonna get potentially iffy information. But if you're looking up like George Washington, there's 100 historians all correcting each other probably on the history of George Washington and stuff.
And if you're looking up Thundercats, you're gonna get Lion-O, Snarf, and Ethan.
Did you guys ever watch Treasure Planet growing up?
Yeah.
I was actually gonna bring up Treasure Planet when we were talking about Treasure Island. Yeah,
Long John Silver
I
is a
watched it.
character in both him and Captain Flint are main characters in Black Sails.
Was Captain
Oh, yeah.
Flint in Treasure Planet?
It's Captain Flint's treasure.
Oh, duh, yeah. Yeah. John.
The one thing I
Hawkins?
will complain about Black Sails is that a lot of them don't look piratey. You know how like you watch Pirates of the Caribbean and you're like, damn, everybody looks piratey. Black Sails is like a lot of hit and miss.
Or like
They just look
they
like
look
dudes.
too soft?
No, not soft. They look hard as fuck, but they just look like dudes. They're not like bearded with dreads and shit, looking very piratey.
I don't know.
Hey, you know pirates, how they don't look like dudes, right?
They look normal. They look like normal like dudes from that era. They don't look like piratey, like in fancy coats and
Like,
shit.
So you want
to the
everyone to
barber.
have a hook hand and a tricorn hat and a parrot on their shoulder?
Yes.
No, you know what? That's
Peggy the
valid.
pirate. Oh, so am I. Oh, Avast, sailor. So be me. And it's just a crew of no one has limbs. It's just it's so thanks. Batting down the sails. God damn it! I'm trying. Click clack, click clack.
Batten down the sails, goddammit. I'd like to think there's a guy who like lost his ear and he just has a peg up the his head.
Hey, Avasti sailor, what happened to you here? What?
There's a guy standing next to him just go, oh fuck!
No!
Clock
Get
in
his
the face.
eye out now. He has a peg coming out of his eye. Grr.
Being a pirate is fucking awesome!
They all have parrots, so like that 30-man crew, there's just fucking like 30 to 50 parrots. Why is there so many birds on this goddamn boat?
It's just so loud all the time from all the fucking
Just
squawking.
shitting everywhere.
The guy with the peg coming out, his bird is just perched on that.
Black Sails is good though.
I should probably check that out eventually.
You would like it.
I have so many
You would like
shows to watch.
It's
I've been on the
pretty-
reading train
It's
though.
pretty bingeable. It's all on Hulu when it was all on Hulu. There's only like 4 seasons, like 10 episodes a season, like hour long. So it's a little meatier, but you can binge it pretty quick.
I've jumped off the TV train super hard. Movies too, just because theaters have been closed and like nothing's coming out, so there's nothing to watch. But dude, I've been reading like a motherfucker recently.
Yeah, you're reading Witcher, right?
I'm reading the Witcher series. Yeah, I'm over halfway done with the second book now. Dude,
Well, that's
reading
nice.
the book
So pirates.
gets me so stoked for season 2.
Oh yeah.
I just hope some of the
cool.
short stories in there are in there. There's like
I kind of want to read those books. That depends. What I've learned about myself in books, not to get you off the Witcher train or anything,
that's okay.
but
I don't want to harp on it.
there's like a lot of there's a handful of books that I like started and just like didn't enjoy that much, and I was like, and I always felt guilty about like, oh man, I should go back and finish those and read them because I liked the other ones in the series before, but I didn't like the newest one. And then I thought about it, and it's kind of reminiscent of your Dark Side.
I was just gonna say, dude.
And I was just like, you know what? I'm not an active reader, so when I if I do finish a book, it's pretty like it captivates me. I usually finish it like pretty like solidly. So if a book doesn't interest me, fuck it.
No, dude.
And it could be a cool start, and I like, oh, this is interesting. But if I'm not gonna read it if I don't enjoy it. I'm just learning that.
That is a great skill, and I also think I just learned that with Darksiders, because I'm typically the kind of guy that if I'm not enjoying something, I'll still just plow through, just because I need closure. And I did
sometimes
that
I'll
with
do
the
that.
book series I read before The Witcher. I read all 3 books, and I just didn't like them. Just fully didn't like them, but I had to read all 3 because I wanted closure. And I was playing Darksiders. It's like, oh, I want to know what the story is. And I was like, went to the fucking Wikipedia page and read the story because I was just like, I'm not enjoying myself. I'm just gonna stop, and I don't regret it. I'm fine. I sleep fine at night, knowing that I didn't finish Darksiders.
Except for last night.
Except for last night. Did not sleep well last night. But no, yeah, dude, you got to learn to quit when you're not having a good time. Because I'm not good at that. But
like
sometimes,
like I mean, I would understand like busting out like the last book in a series just to figure out how everything goes. But if you're like
you
getting
can just
the
read
book,
the article.
if you're getting through like book 4
TLDR.
of like a 12-book series and you're like, I'm not enjoying it.
Quit.
Just quit. Fuck it.
Quit.
Fuck it, dude.
See, that was the other part. It was only 3 books for me, so I was like, I'll just fucking do them. But yeah, it wasn't worth it. They were not good. But
Fuck 'em.
yeah, dude. Just real quick, I don't want to like harp on The Witcher for too long, but there was this short story that I really liked. Those books do a really good job of like mixing folklore in. And it's really funny because crazy batshit insane things happen in those books, but they'll bring up like a real folklore that exists in the real world, and they're like, "Ha ha, ridiculous." Meanwhile, there's like a fucking manticore like eating a bear man to death. But there's this one bit where there's mermaids in that world, and the main characters. It's a lion with bird wings and a scorpion tail.
I told you, dude.
but there's this bit where there's a mermaid, and there's a character in the universe. His name is Dandelion. He's like a troubadour. He's like a songwriter. Plays the lute a lot. He fucks hard.
Anyone that plays the lute fucks hard.
They have to. It's written.
It's required by the instrument. If you look on the inside, it says you must fuck.
It's disclaimer right underneath the "Made in China" sticker. But no, yeah. So Dandelion's like sitting there, and he's like, after this exchange with the mermaid, he's like, I'm gonna write a ballad about a mermaid who falls in love with the prince and has to she has to drink an elixir that gives her legs, but she loses her voice. And Geralt, the main character, sitting here is like, that's fucking stupid. And then later the mermaid comes in, and she has legs now because she gave up her tail because she fell in love with a human guy. And Dandelion's like, look, it's just like in my ballad. She has legs now, but lost her voice. And she's like, shut the fuck up. I can talk fine. I just love how they think real myths that exist like in our world are just fucking lame. Like they're like completely like ridiculous and unbelievable. But shit like that is happening. I don't know. Does a good job of
harping on the Little Mermaid.
Yeah. Is that movie ever coming out? I just watched the episode where we were talking about it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
we were talking about the live action Disney movie.
There's supposed to be 2 of them. They're both like, one is Disney straight up just the Little Mermaid, probably just copied from the cartoon to live action, and the other one is like probably more around the folklore of it.
Little Mermaid is really sad.
Yeah, if you.
It's like she has human legs, but every time she walks on them, she feels like needles are like going through her feet. It's like bad. Little Mermaid's fucking dark.
Jeez.
And at the end of the book, she turns into sea foam. Spoilers.
That's a bummer.
Yeah, dude.
Do you guys know about the
most Disney
like
lore things are a fucking bummer?
Is it Aphrodite, the goddess of love?
Yeah.
Right? And her origin, it's a famous painting, but her origin is that Zeus, or was it the dad, the Titan?
Kronos?
Was it Kronos or Zeus? Well, anyway, one of them fucking jizzes into the ocean. Or is it Neptune? No, I don't remember.
It's not Neptune. I don't think.
But anywho, the sea foam is like supposed to be the semen, and then she's birthed from the ocean and is the goddess of love because it's fucking man juice.
Hell yeah, she is.
Zeus is a perv.
Greek mythology is fucked. It's real fun to like skim through, but
well, it's like just like most religions from back yonder. You're like, whoa, that was written by a man.
Yeah. Facts. It's just a bunch of orgies and animals fucking humans. And
fucking
humans
awesome.
Fucking animals. It was all Zeus. Zeus is banging everything. Greek mythology's dope.
I just can't. Reading is one of those things I can't get into. It's reading, wine, and cigars. Things I'd like to.
Those are the 3 big things that you like want to but can't.
I have no desire to get into cigars.
Not
wanna
like
try
not
one.
not like be like, oh, every week I'm smoking with my buddy. Just to be like, oh yeah, it's a cigar. Yeah, it's a good time, you know. But I don't
I have
even.
no desire.
Yeah,
I have zero desire.
It's just.
I would like to try a cigar. No, I've smoked. I took one drag from my friend's cigar once. That's the only time I've smoked any kind of tobacco. It was pina colada flavored, and it was actually awesome. Like I really liked it.
Really?
I genuinely, yeah. That's the thing. I looked at it, was
Smoke's
super
not
skeptical.
like-
I was also very drunk, so I was like, "Yeah, fucking give it to me." And
Smoking
it was really
isn't
good.
An inhale, or sorry, cigars isn't an inhale thing too. It's more just to taste the smoke, right? Isn't that the whole
don't know.
gimmick with it?
I don't know.
I don't know what the
Shit.
purpose of it is. I just know they're bad for you. But
It's for research.
It's for
Are
research.
for research. It doesn't make sense.
Time to hack.
but yeah. I see. If I'm gonna try a cigar though, I want to go like the whole 9 yards. I want to sit there in like a kimono with a cigar, have like a glass of whiskey, no rocks, just be sitting around a poker table with a bunch of dudes doing the same shit.
Yeah. All in leather.
All in leather.
Leather
Leather
chains.
kimonos.
Come on. Ugh.
Isn't that what Neo wears in the Matrix?
Probably.
No, yeah, I would like to try one at some point, just cause I don't have any interest in cigarettes because those are.
And coffee. I don't like coffee. I would like to like coffee.
You'll
I don't
drink
like
it
coffee.
though.
I'll drink it, but I'm not having a good time. I want to have a good time.
That's true.
You know, I like.
Have you ever had like super like frilly, sugary shit from like Starbucks?
Yeah, I like when they put the caramel and the chocolate, but I'm not. That's not what it like. I imagine like super European, like just sitting like out,
Oh yeah, dude.
like you're drinking your you had your cheese and shit, and then you're having your fucking.
That's all they eat over there. It's just cheese.
Are you talking about wine? No.
No,
Well,
coffee.
Just coffee?
Well, you're drinking your wine, you're having a good time, and then it's the end of the night, and you're trying to chillax, and then you get like some fucking coffee.
Oh, dude, you gotta get like a
you're
get like a
just
good
sitting there.
cappuccino.
And you just bit. I don't know, man.
Have
I'll
you ever
try
tried
it.
a really good cappuccino?
I'll try. I don't know. I've never. I don't know.
Dude,
I don't know.
good coffee is like insane compared to like normal, just like morning coffee. Good coffee's like you can do some crazy shit with coffee and make it really, really good.
Start off drinking like. I started off drinking like mochas.
Mocha's
And it's like
mocha's
really
alright.
chocolatey and stuff. And then like next time you drink a really sweet coffee drink, just start like trying to taste more of the coffee flavor out of it. And if you're making your own, like 2 spoonfuls of chocolate, do like 1 spoonful of chocolate and just see how you like dabble with like the coffee flavor. If like baby step yourself is all I'm telling you.
Coffee's one of those
If you
weird
wanna
things
like
where you just kind of like have to do it in order to like it, which is kind of stupid. But like I drank coffee for years.
I
I
love
did like
coffee when I
mochas
drink
and
it.
sugary shit for a long time, and then I like started drink. I drink only like black coffee now. I don't put shit in my coffee now, and I love it. Yeah, that is a good method though, Tommy. Tea for me is one of those things I can't get into.
I like tea.
Tea
Oh,
it
then
like
be a
has
tea
to
guy.
be very specific.
Just like tea, just drink tea.
It's not the same.
The point of drinking coffee and tea, fuck everybody who fights over it and stuff. It's just to have a warm drink.
No, it's a
It's
warm
nice.
drink with caffeine.
There's caffeine in it if you need the caffeine, but but people drink coffee to just wake up. But the ultimate point of coffee is to have a nice,
It's a mood.
warm drink. It's a mood thing, yeah.
It's a mood.
And you can drink.
Tea doesn't have the same mood.
It's a
There's a
different mood.
string hanging out. That's annoying.
It's a warm drink in the morning / evening, and just enjoy yourself.
Who wants a string?
And then you're drinking it, and then the bag comes and fucking.
See, I want to try more.
Take the bag out.
You gotta leave the bag in
Just let it. No.
for the flavor.
Here's the thing. You get ripping hot water. Put your tea bag into the. Put your ripping hot water in a mug. Put the tea bag in it. Let it steep in there for like 10-15 minutes. That way the water will cool down to drinkable levels, and it'll also like get all the flavor it's gonna get out of there. Throw the tea bag away. Just drink it. That's how I do it.
Cigar update.
I've been drinking tea recently because I can't drink coffee.
Cigar update. Do you like it?
I drink like this really flavorful like fennel
Gross.
shit, and it's
Gross.
it
No,
doesn't
you
even
said
taste like
fennel.
tea
Okay.
really. It tastes like it's like licorice-y.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gross.
Here's the thing. I'm drinking it not because I'm drinking for the properties. It's laxative tea, baby. But yeah, I'm not super into it, but it's all I have. So I've been drinking it.
See, I wanted to try more teas. I drink coffee instead. But I want to try some like Earl Grey and like breakfast
Peppermint tea is really good.
English breakfast teas and stuff.
Oh.
Because all I've had is like lemon and like peppermint.
Peppermint's great. Peppermint tea is the only kind I like, really.
Nah, it's lame to me.
Right.
Last time I had it, I haven't tried it. I would be open to trying it again. I'm not opposed. I'm not trying to shit on the tea train.
I absolutely love fucking green tea, hot green tea while you're eating Chinese food. Oh, it's the best, man. It's such a good compliment to it. Ugh.
Which actually, the point of drinking like warm teas is like why they do it. Part of why they probably do it in any culture, really. I was gonna say Asian cultures, but they do it all around the world and stuff. But it's because the warm liquid is way better. It's way softer on your digestion and helps with digestion a lot. So that's why they drink warm tea with food. Fun fact.
Oh, but an ice cold Coca-Cola though, like
Yeah, I know it sucks.
hard to beat.
You're gonna ruin your digestion though, dude.
it's hard to beat. Yeah, but I'm American. So
Cigar update.
Isn't
You're not supposed to inhale. You are just supposed to taste the smoke.
just taste it.
The right way to smoke your cigar is to suck the air gently and fill your mouth with a tasty smoke. Let the smoke stay in your mouth for a couple seconds and then blow it out away gently.
suck gently?
Suck gently.
So,
Black tea can go fuck itself. That's just dirt water.
never had. What does it taste like?
Black tea's like really strong, like earthy flavored tea, and it's disgusting, and I hate it.
I don't think I've ever had black tea. Or I don't know. I don't really know.
It's dirt water.
The only teas I've had are
looks
English and Irish breakfast. I don't know if that's black or not.
I don't think I've ever had an Irish breakfast.
Irish
See, I want to try. I have never tried a breakfast tea. I've only tried like peppermint and like lemon and stuff.
Irish
I already
breakfast
said that.
is actually good with some cream, little sugar in there. It's good. It's
I
really
feel like
strong.
it has
though.
more body though than like normal teas. A lot of tea just tastes like flavored water. It's fine.
Yeah, it does.
But I like the heaviness of coffee.
See,
tea.
my biggest problem with tea is that it's not nice. It's not strong enough. Like tea is literally just leaf water, but like it tastes like it's like the problem that I have with like flavored waters in general. It's like it's just water with like a little something extra that makes it taste less like water, but I like what water tastes like, so it's just fucking it up for me. Yeah. That's what tea does for me most of the time, which is why that shit that I'm drinking now, again, it's not my favorite thing ever, but I like it enough just because it's like so flavored. It's very strong.
All right. For Nosh City, dude.
All the
Taste test a bunch of
teas.
All the teas. Just grab a shit like 10 boxes.
There's so many different
There's
kinds
so
of
many.
teas. dude.
100 boxes.
I went to
Spend like $4,000 on tea.
Yeah,
Only eat one bag out of each box. Then
You
we're
make
fucking
anything
drinking
into
tea for
dude.
10 months.
Anything in a tea.
I went into a tea shop with a friend of mine, and it was the whole shop legitimately was just the spot where it had the tea was like the size of this room that we're in our studio, very big, and it was just like drawers like this tall and like that deep, and it was all the walls with tea, different tea, all of them different. Not a single tea was the same tea, all different teas.
Same.
What the fuck?
What if you hated all teas, but there was one in that bunch? So that you're like,
You're gonna take a lot of visits.
this is decadent. Like this is some good ass shit.
Dang it, the dant.
Decadent.
I just like the journey getting up to that though. It's just like, ugh, the next one for sure. After like
This will be the one. This will be the one.
I finally found it. Alright. Should we wrap it up, boys?
Yeah, I was gonna say we've been going a while.
A
Huh?
long time. I don't know how long, but
It's midnight. It's 12:20.
okay. All right. Well, this has been Is for Fun Podcast episode 31. We think. We know. I've been Tommy.
I'm Sam.
I'm Fabio. And make sure to like, comment, and smash that motherfucking subscribe button.
Smash the dick off of it.
And try something new, whether it's a book, Or a T. Just kidding. Be a pirate.
Okay. You almost lost me there for a second.
I know. It's the build-up, dude. You gotta twist and turn. Twist and turn. Or something. I don't know. Get the fuck out of here.